Two dudes and a podcast.
Yo, what is up? We're back. Welcome back to the Two Dudes and a Podcast. It's been a while.
Oh boy.
And we are officially back with episode 6, Two Dudes and a Guest.
Oh,
Brandon's here.
Hi.
And here our guest is Kael McCall of Studio24 fame.
What it do?
First off, let's welcome everybody back. How are you, Brandon? How you been?
Eh.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
It's been going.
I'm just vibing at this point.
That's one way to get
Just
through
vibing through it all, you know.
weeks of
Walmart.
just nothing. Walmart, yeah.
Walmart's been crazy.
Brandon works at Walmart.
Yeah, I
now.
work at Walmart.
Do you
now.
have any crazy Walmart stories?
Not really.
Anybody come in and smash a TV?
No, that already happened
Yeah.
before I was there. Did I ever
Alright.
tell you about that?
Sorry about that, man.
It was
Alright.
wild.
And then we got Kael. How are you, Kael? New to the show, friend of the show, and now on the show.
Whoa.
I mean, considering everything, I'm doing just fine. Took some time to boost my Funko Pop collection since couldn't do anything else. So.
We got collections.
Collections. You get any new Transformers?
Kind of. I kind of cut Kale off there. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Oh, I got Earthrise Cliff Jumper and the Netflix cartoon Sideswipe. So
That's two new ones.
Two
and
new
then
ones.
recently I just made a big order of Marvel Legends, so that's fun. All right,
boy.
let's get into it. Last time we spoke, Clone Wars, the final season, was still on air. Now it's not.
No.
Brandon isn't caught up.
No.
Kel is watching through the show in chronological order to catch up. The show is over. I'll say the last arc of the show is the best arc of the final season, if not the
I've
entire
heard it's the best
Clone
of the
Wars
entire show.
series. It's over. Siege of Mandalore. I give that a 10 out of 10. There were no useless episodes in that, just like the
Bad Batch.
two Bad Batch and the Ahsoka arc. Yeah, most of the Ahsoka arc was useless, but
Yeah, I'm just going to skip that arc.
I'm not gonna skip it. I'm gonna watch all of it, but I already feel that I'm gonna be bored during the Ahsoka arc.
Of season 7.
there's like 2 good useless episodes in there.
Oh, boy.
It should have been two-parters
Yeah.
in between Bad Batch and Mandalore.
I'm just going to skip the Mandalore.
Fair enough. Actually, well, the last Ahsoka episode leads into Mandalore, kinda.
I don't know.
But, you know, who cares?
Who cares?
Because Mandalore is very much a good standalone. It's almost like a movie just cut into chapters.
I've heard somebody's cutting it into Revenge of the Sith.
Really?
Yeah. Some fan is taking Revenge of the Sith and the Mandalore, cutting them into one long 3.5 hour long movie.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take forever, but it'd be fun
if
to
you
watch.
watch like the Lord of the Rings director's cuts.
Right.
Yeah, those are
Which are
3-hour
like
movies.
2 discs long.
They are 2 discs long.
Exactly.
I
That's
saw-
insane.
I have them if you guys want to watch them. Well, I don't have them. My mom technically has them, but you know.
I've not watched those since I was a... Hello? There's all kinds of noises in here.
It's
Don't
in-
get
I
nervous.
see.
It's an
I'll
old
see.
building.
Yeah, you know. Alright, so, video games. During the quarantine, one way to take your mind off of things and keep yourself busy if, you know, you're
Insane.
just there with not a lot of downtime.
Not a lot of
You play video games.
Oh, yeah.
video games.
So, what's everybody been playing?
Hi.
Jedi Fallen Order. Me and
too.
Ham just played through that game, like, basically at the same time.
Yep,
That,
it's a fun game.
That's a game, dude.
The game.
It takes me back to, like, I've always thought that, like, man, when I was playing games as a kid, like the PS2 games, and like they were the best games in the world. And the boss fights, I remember as a kid, like, being in a boss fight for like 2 hours because you just cannot beat it. You're fighting over and over and over. And that's kind of what it reminded me of. Like, there are some hard boss fights in that game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that it tells you, like, this is how you do the boss fight.
Mhm.
You've kind of got to figure it out. Gorgara,
Yeah.
the giant owl, and Deathmere took me forever to beat.
That thing deserves its place in hell.
Yeah, for sure. But I've got a question. So
Yeah.
I'm not as Star Wars advocate as you guys are. I'm just a big fan.
Uh-huh.
So the Night Brother that is laying on the ground, does he not look just like Savage Opress during that fight?
I wouldn't know.
A lot of them look like Savage Opress.
But he looks just like him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Technically, Darth Maul and Savage Opress are Dathomir and Zabraks.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Huh.
Yes.
They were taken from Dathomir.
I thought they were taken from Zabrak, or wherever the Zabraks are from.
Yeah, Dathomir and where the Zabraks are from are two different places.
Yeah, so...
They don't clarify that in the Clone
Not
Wars
really.
very well.
And I
But-
see it as kind of like,
The Night Sisters kind of have first pick of the best warriors over those guys. So Darth Sidious chose Darth Maul, and he probably went through some Night Sister stuff.
The Night Sisters and the Night Brothers, like the whole Dathomir arc of the game was really, really cool.
the Night Sisters are some of the most interesting things, I think, in Clone Wars.
And it's really cool because it ties into the Clone Wars because there's only one Night Sister on the planet.
Ah.
Because, well, spoiler alert for the Clone Wars, that Night Sister, she says, someone brandishing a lightsaber came down and destroyed us all. That was General Grievous.
Huh.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, kind of what I was thinking is that...
Terran Malicos?
No, I was
Vader?
thinking that maybe Vader came down when she said that.
That happened during the Clone Wars. Like the leader of the Night Sisters,
Yeah.
to cut it short, she poisons Dooku, and Dooku's like, Grievous, I'm dying, go kill this person and I won't die. And Grievous is like, yep.
Huh.
Okay. That's
And
pretty much
yeah,
what it
he
was.
does that. And him and Asajj Ventress actually show down.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool arc. The pacing is a little off on some episodes, but it's pretty cool.
You haven't gotten there, but it's fun. So when you see that, you'll be like, that's why there's so many undead Night Sisters in Fallen Order.
I'm
Dude,
surprised they're still there.
They resurrect the bodies in Fallen
yeah,
Order
that's right.
and stuff.
Cal is in my top 5 Jedi for sure.
He's a really cool Jedi.
I was going through him earlier today, and I think I've got him at like 3 or 4.
Really? What makes you like him so much?
Well, he is like the definition of overcoming adversity. And like, not many Jedi survive what they call the Purge.
Mhm.
And I just think it's so cool that he gets his master's lightsaber after his master sacrifices himself for Cal, essentially.
Isn't his master a Lasat?
Yeah.
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 And then he hangs onto this lightsaber. He kind of grows up in a way. Like, I couldn't tell you how many years take place between the Purge and where we pick up on Cal, but he grows up and then has to basically relearn the Force because it's been so long since he's tapped into it. And he was not much older than the younglings were.
He was very young.
Yeah, he was. I didn't realize until you see it how young he was. But
He's not much older than Caleb Doom, aka Kanan Jarrus.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Kanan.
Kanan was very young when Order 66 happened.
then just
Too.
him just being able to show down with everybody he comes across.
I mean, he fights his best.
yeah,
He does his best against
he's
everyone.
a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then oh dude, when he got knighted,
That's a really good
when
moment.
Seer knights him, I had goosebumps. That
You
was
get to see a
crazy.
Jedi
Just-
knighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
After Order 66. so
Spoiler
it's
alerts
kinda-
for Fallen Order, by the way.
Sorry about
It's
that.
been out for a while.
Have you,
Yeah.
have you played through the whole game yet? Like,
I finished it today. I finished
Oh.
it a couple hours
so
ago.
you've seen Vader?
Dude.
I've seen the Vader cutscene, and
Dude. When I knew he was coming.
You're
'cause
like, he
you
shows
hear
up
him.
somewhat.
But when you see him, it's like, oh, that's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt about it.
I think that's one of the most epic moments in the game, because you just beat the main villain, and actually, Seer, she talks about Vader earlier.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
She doesn't.
But you know who it is, but she doesn't know who he is, really.
Yeah,
and that's like super interesting to me, because I feel like when we in other movies, when we see Darth Vader, everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's like, holy crap, these people don't know who Darth Vader is.
This is also very early into the Empire.
Right.
Yeah. As far as I can understand from Rebels and other things I've heard in the comic books, is that Vader is kind of secret.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the hidden right hand of the Emperor.
Exactly. For a long time, he's secret, but by the time that we see him in episode 4, 5, and 6, he's not a secret.
Yeah.
I think by that point, he's a terrorizer.
Yeah, he's kind of like just the general of the army.
Definitely, after A New Hope, when the Death Star gets blown up, Vader is now on a rampage to find Skywalker, to find Luke. So now everybody pretty much knows who he is.
Yeah.
But beforehand, it was pretty much, if you saw Darth Vader, no one lived to tell the tale. Yeah,
and when you first see him, when you beat the mission, you can hit pause and it'll pull up a little thing about him, and it talks about how encountering Vader is extremely rare, but if you do encounter him, your only chance of survival is escaping. There's no defeating him.
And that is what you do in the game.
And that's what you do in the game. I was stressing when you're running from Vader.
From Vader.
One of my favorite moments is when Vader comes down. It starts playing the track from Revenge of the Sith, Anakin's Dark Deeds. And it's specifically the part where in the movie he's slaughtering the Separatist leaders. Seer jumps at Vader, and Vader just kind of force pushes her past him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, get out the way, and she falls down into a crevice, you know?
So, Ham, I'm interested to see what you thought of Seer in the game, like her whole story.
She's interesting, as in, she just kind of, I don't know.
There.
She is kind of there. She's on a mission from her master, but she's also cut off from the Force.
See, that was kind of my opinion too. Before you really see her do anything, she's just kind of there for a lot of the plot of not the film, but the game. And I was very just about her. But once you kind of learn more about her, you start to hate her when you first start to learn about her, because she essentially ratted out her Padawan.
Yeah.
And but once you kind of think about it, when she starts talking about it,
Vader came in,
yeah. So, I mean, and she saves Cal's life. And she kind of grew on me. I respect her decision to cut herself off from the Force, because when you're fighting Vader, she slips right into the dark side and starts using it.
And that's why she cut herself off in the first place. When Trilla puts on the Inquisitor helmet, she just freaks out.
Yeah.
And Trilla's a very interesting character.
I thought she was an interesting character.
Because you kind of get to see what they do.
A broken Jedi, too.
Yeah.
Into an Inquisitor.
And that's what they did for the Inquisitors. They took Jedis and they turned them to the dark. And that's like the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels.
Yeah.
He was a Jedi Temple guard. And he let the Stormtroopers and Anakin pass by. Not Stormtroopers, 501st and Anakin pass by during the Temple Purge.
Do you blame him?
I mean...
Wow.
Yeah, I mean...
if Anakin and an army of clone troopers were coming towards me, I'd let them go right by, too.
Yeah.
General Skywalker.
I think he was also disillusioned by the Jedi because he was one of the Temple Guards present during the trial of Ahsoka Tano. So, a lot of the Inquisitors are... I think all of them are former disillusioned Jedi.
That's so cool to me. And it's so smart by Palpatine and Vader, because who else would you get who else would do a better job
of killing
Jedi than these broken Jedi that have now tapped into the dark side?
They know how the Jedi are going to fight and stuff. It's basically like they're just like, I know these people and I know what they'll do, so I'm going to use their own stuff against them.
Yeah.
What kyber crystal color did you choose?
I was running around with green, and then when I got to choose it on Ilum, I went with cyan, but then I changed it back to green.
See, I went green throughout the whole entire game, and then I went blue when you get to choose, just because he has blue on the cover. Blue is going to be, if we ever see Kael again, blue kind of seems to be his designated lightsaber color. So
yeah, sure.
How much lightsaber skill do you think you'd say he has compared to his force skill?
Compared to it, I think in the force, I think his lightsaber skills probably topple his force ability, just because he's been so disconnected from the force.
That makes sense.
I think if we were to get more Kael, he would, no
be
matter what,
learning force abilities still.
He's still going to be learning force abilities, just because it's almost like he's behind at this point.
Yeah.
From where we've seen other Jedi at this age, like Anakin or Obi-Wan, they were way more skilled than Kael.
Kael is at the game's point, he's 18 years old.
Yeah, but it's like the thing that I like about Kael so much is he's just got this like go get it done mentality.
Yeah.
There's so many odds stacked against Kael during the game, and he overcomes every bit of it. I thought it was really cool.
That's why my favorite moment of Kael is when Vader drops down. He's like, "You would be wise to surrender," and then Cal's just like, "Yeah, probably." And then he ignites his lightsaber to fight Darth Vader, and proceeds to get his shit kicked in.
No.
But he ran. So that's
kyber crystal colors have meaning. You know that?
Yeah, the green means that you're stronger with the force.
Yeah, you're more in tune with force
and then
nature.
Blue is like more lightsaber skills.
Yeah. Blue is cookie cutter.
Let's
be honest.
Those are pretty much the biggest two. And
let's be honest with the lightsaber colors.
Red used to be different. It's like now red is a bled kyber crystal. You take a already established one, you break it pretty much. It used to be that they used to be completely synthetic. They would make their own crystals.
Huh.
The Sith would.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because there used to be a whole thing that was Sith necromancy or some kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Sith deal in the dark.
I know when the canon got switched around, like kyber crystals almost got a complete reboot.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks. But
yeah,
like as far as I know, they've only gone into the Sith crystals, and they haven't really bothered with the Jedi kyber crystals.
So the only understanding of the Jedi kyber crystals and their meaning is old canon.
Well, I mean, Kael, when you're going to get your kyber crystal, Kael says you don't get to choose the color chooses you.
Yeah.
So
they have set that up, and there's a whole arc about younglings getting their lightsabers in Clone Wars, where the real first Wookiee Jedi popped up.
Exactly. Not in the timeline, though.
Not in the timeline, no.
But, anyways. Wooden lightsaber? I love that idea of a wooden lightsaber.
You can have a wooden lightsaber
You keep telling me that.
No. In Fallen Order.
Oh, Fallen Order? That's pretty cool.
The elemental one?
Yeah, there's, the pieces from, Disney World?
Yeah.
You can put those on your Fallen Order lightsaber.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Like a Rancor tooth?
You can't choose that part because the bottom of your lightsaber in the game is busted because it's your master's lightsaber, and your master had a double-bladed lightsaber, and the bottom got shot off.
Yes.
See, that all made sense to me when you see it because at the beginning of the game, you're like, why can I not choose a bottom that is not torn open? It was kind of frustrating me, and then it makes sense.
And then you get a double-bladed lightsaber.
Ooh. That was cool.
Where did you get your double-bladed, your first one?
So, I'm pretty sure I got it in a cutscene.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly where it was.
Kashyyyk?
Yes, it was in Kashyyyk.
Right before you fight the Ninth Sister.
Yes.
That is where you have to get it, I think.
See, I might be wrong. I might very well be wrong, but I think you can find it before then.
You can,
Yeah.
because
Right.
I'm playing New Story Plus, and I'm like, I'm gonna go through this with only single bladed as long as I can. It forces you to get it right before the ninth sister.
So is that mode like kind of similar to your new Game Plus and Arkham?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's New Game Plus?
It's replaying the game
It's
with
the
abilities
hardest-
you've learned before.
Yeah, it's the hardest difficulty, and there's no hints.
Oh,
It's different
it's like
in Fallen Order and Spider-Man PS4, though. The Arkham games, it's the hardest difficulty, and you get no hints. So, like, in Arkham City, when you're doing New Game Plus, you know how, like, the thing to counter pops up?
Sure.
Doesn't.
Oh, neat.
So you have to actually, like, pay attention to your body movement.
I see what you're saying.
But in Fallen Order and also Spider-Man PS4, New Game Plus is playing the game on whatever difficulty you want. On Spider-Man, it's with all the abilities and stuff you've unlocked from your first save. In Fallen Order, it's with all your lightsaber stuff. So all the lightsaber you get full lightsaber damage in all the lightsaber customization. And you can also, in New Journey Plus, as it's called in Fallen Order, you can have an Inquisitor costume and a red lightsaber.
Is it the Inquisitor costume that he sees in the reflection?
Yes.
That's a cool costume. I mean, I would never want to see Cal go bad, but that's a cool costume.
Oh, yeah.
That's up there in my Star Wars costumes, too.
The Inquisitors just have a nice look.
Yeah.
They do. They've got a very slick look to them.
They do. I don't know. And I love... Fallen Order is just a great game.
It is a great game.
I hope the sequel is just as fun.
See, where are they going to go with that, though? Because they can't do too much unless you want to go...
I've heard, or I saw a thing on a Star Wars page, that the sequel isn't going to follow Cal.
Oh, that'll break my heart.
But I'm also like, it was on the thing, it said, hey, I'm trying out this new fact format. So I'm like, is that true? But what I'd like to see is, 3 games about Cal, because the original point of the story is kind of just out the door. So,
Right. So you could open it up, basically.
I think
So that's how episode 4 was written.
what they can do is, you're very involved in the liberation of Kashyyyk in Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I think they could make Jedi Fallen Order 2 very heavily rebellion on Kashyyyk type stuff.
They
With
could-
Cal Kestis.
And there's a lot you can do with it, but at the same time, there's not much because of the restrictions from the original trilogy.
Restrictions from the original trilogy and Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
But I think if they were to end it in any way, they have to end it by tying it into Luke starting the new Jedi Order in between 6 and 7.
Yeah. And so my timeline might be off.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way that Cal could be alive by the end of episode 9? 9's 30 years after 6, right?
It would have been
Yes.
nice if they planned things.
Really. He's 18 in Fallen Order, which takes
How
place...
many years after the Clone Wars? Or into the Empire's rule?
Say it again?
How many years into the Empire's rule is Fallen Order?
They say a few. So you gotta think it's not long before episode 4.
Well, in between 3 and 4, there's 19 years. I'm thinking, because they're still salvaging Separatist and Republic, like, cruisers.
So if he's alive...
I think it's gonna be, like, 5 years into that time jump.
Yeah, so he would be old.
Mm-hmm.
Would it not be cool to see...
Okay, so looks like it's 5
Thank you,
years
researcher.
after 5 years after Anakin turns into Vader. That's when Jedi Fallen Order takes place.
I guessed it right.
So
about 14 years
before the Battle of Yavin.
Mm-hmm.
How long do 4, 5, and 6 take to happen?
Okay, so add 14 to... Okay, you've been doing
14 to 18.
14 to 18, and then Battle of Yavin. 2 years happen in between 4 and 5, so that's 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
1 year, 6 months to 1 year takes place in between 5 and 6. I choose to think it's 1 year.
So say that he's 35 in episode 6, plus 30, he's 65. If my math is wrong, excuse me, but he's 65.
I think you're right.
He's 65 during episode 7. 7,
Right.
8, and 9
And
are
8.
pretty back to back.
Yeah.
So say he's 66, 67 by the time Rey really starts to become a Jedi. I think he's still in Jedi shape by then.
He could be Grandmaster Kestis.
Exactly. Would that not be awesome?
That would be cool.
Kestis would make more sense.
Yeah.
Kestis would make a whole lot more sense.
The other chick should be a Sith.
Yeah. If they were to ever, I don't think they're gonna explore Rey. And
I don't think they will either. Just
because of all the backlash.
I think
happened.
they already know they've messed up, and so Rey's story is gonna be there. But I think it's.
I know there's a pretty heavy rumors, but there might be some kind of civil war within Lucasfilm between Favreau, Filoni, and Kennedy. That's just a really big rumor.
Put Favreau
and Filoni at the head.
and Filoni on the same team.
I know.
And I am good with it.
Mandalorian was great.
If anything, we need
Clone Wars was great.
Dave Filoni to be the creative director of
Yeah.
Lucasfilm.
And Favreau to be the Feige.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But, like, Filoni needs to be the Hugo Martin of Star Wars, which Hugo Martin's the creative director on Doom, so.
Yeah.
He needs to be the guy being like, because every time I've seen an interview with Dave Filoni and they're talking about something Star Wars, he's like, well, if you think about this and this and this, like he explained the Duel of the Fates in an interview I watched recently. It's actually on the making of the Mandalorian series.
Yeah.
They talk about, I think, the 6 Star Wars episode, and he talks about Phantom Menace and the Duel of the Fates and what Qui-Gon is fighting for, and it adds a whole new layer to that I never thought of.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, back to Cal, I would love to see him explored more, but he's kind of plot trapped, you know?
Yeah. I think his fate is somewhere I almost said somewhere we don't know, and it was like, well, duh. Cal Kestis is either going to be a momentary chapter in the Jedi Fallen Order series of games,
Okay.
or he's going to be a whole trilogy.
For the Jedi Fallen Order stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What?
Do you guys know what... You know, Duel of the Fates has lyrics in it, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys know what those lyrics mean?
No.
I know. I looked up a lyrics video on YouTube once, and it said "Corn on
There's
the
all that.
cob."
Well, apparently, they originate from a medieval Welsh poem called "The Battle of the Trees."
George really does pull some stuff from places.
George crazy.
But the lyrics for Duel of the Fates pretty much come from a
Jar Jar is the
stanza,
key.
lines 32 through 35, and the poem reads,
Darth Jar Jar.
"Under the tongue root, a fight most dread, and another raging behind in the head."
Interesting.
You guys see where that kind of lines up with the whole Duel of the Fates?
That's cool.
Because you've got the fight happening on Naboo between Maul and
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
And then you've also got
Padme and
those people, but you've also got Anakin,
yeah,
who's dealing with the fear that he's going to lose his mother.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Duel of the Fates plays in each of the prequel movies at very important times in Anakin's story. Like when he's going to find his mom in
You've
Attack
gone
of the Clones.
big brain right now.
Yeah, when he goes to find the Tusken Raiders in Attack of the Clones, it's playing there. And he's going to go find the Tusken Raiders, kill them. So there's the fight right there. And then the fight in his head about losing his mother and everything, and all his anger and hate to those guys. And then it plays again in Revenge of the Sith when Yoda's fighting Palpatine. At the same time, Anakin's fighting Obi-Wan. And you've got the whole battle between Anakin and Vader in his head, while Palpatine and Yoda are fighting on Coruscant.
Big brain. It all connects.
Yeah. You see,
It is like George said.
You
it
sink
is
your
poetry.
teeth.
It does rhyme.
the prequels are kind of rough on the outside, but when you sink your teeth into them,
Well, when you sink into it, it's really just another one of George's masterpieces.
it really is.
I mean,
Especially Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
the prequels are going to receive a lot of hate because, the only thing you have to compare them to is episode 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The thing is, though, I think watching the prequels is different than analyzing them and looking at the impact on a world you're a fan of.
You can watch 4, 5, and 6 all day long, and you don't have to analyze.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do analyze, you're gonna find some like cool little stuff. But if you analyze the prequels,
You find lots of cool stuff.
you're gonna find a little bit of everything.
Like this is
Yeah.
really controversial thought, but I actually really
Oh, are you going to
enjoy-
reveal?
Yeah,
the
I
movie?
actually really enjoy Attack of the Clones.
Here we go. Okay,
I-
first episode. Brandon mentioned he had an unpopular opinion on a Star Wars movie. This is it.
Yeah, I really enjoy Attack of the Clones. I don't really know why, but I think it has to do with the fact that a lot happens in that movie, and you can go back and watch it and pick up on multiple things you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah, I have no problem with episode 2. I just get bored.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do space out in the meadow scene with Anakin and Padme,
Well, all the Anakin and Padme stuff is really boring because
except for the
for
Tatooine
some
stuff.
Yeah, that's actually
That one's
kind
pretty
of
good.
That has story implication.
Yeah, on Naboo it has a little bit, but
On
Man.
Naboo, it's just Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen
Yeah.
being like, "Hey."
apparently there's a deleted scene where Padme talks with her sister about Anakin.
And she's like, "God, man, he's kind of creepy."
This creepy man won't leave me alone.
Actually,
The first thing he said to me is, "Oh, I've seen you grown too. I've grown more beautiful." It really messed with me, man.
well,
Yeah. I love Star Wars tangents. Woo! Oh, wait, you want to hear what Dave Filoni said about Duel of the Fates? This is to add on what you said about it, since we're analyzing the Duel of the Fates here. Qui-Gon is fighting for Anakin in the Duel of the Fates. Qui-Gon is fighting Darth Maul so he can teach Anakin.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is just kind of fighting with Darth Maul, and then Obi-Wan trains Anakin on a promise.
Didn't work out so well,
And
did it, Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon was fighting to be a father figure for Anakin. So Obi-Wan, when he became Anakin's master, wasn't a father figure. He grew into a brother. And since Anakin didn't have a father figure, well, the galaxy got screwed. But yeah, Dave Filoni's a good guy. All right,
Filoni, pretty meta
Brandon.
sometimes.
Video games.
Video games? You guys ever played Doom?
I've seen Doom.
You ever played
I've
know.
seen clips. I've never
any
played.
Doom?
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear until it is done. I played Doom 2016 over the past few weeks. That's a good game.
What's the gist of it? I know it's just killing demons.
Think you are Doom Guy. You wake up in a stone box.
I've only heard the stories of Doom Guy.
Yep. But you wake up in a stone box, you find a pistol on the ground, and then that escalates into a big gun.
And you just kill stuff?
You shoot everything that moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very straightforward game.
Very,
it
very
seems.
straightforward. I had a whole rant to my brother while I was playing Doom a few days ago about how, like, we don't always have to have super deep stories that make you question morals about everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a shotgun and be like, hell bad.
Sometimes you just need a John Wick.
Exactly. Sometimes you just need, you kill my dog.
I need
I
to
kill
watch.
you.
I need to watch the last two John Wick movies. I've only seen the first one, but I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I watched the beginning of the first one.
First one's good. The first one is what I wanted Deadpool 2 to be.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been really, really cool.
Like, I wanted to see Deadpool being that mercenary, traveling the world, seeing new people, killing those new people.
I hope we get something like that.
Yeah.
I think with Marvel Studios, we are more open to getting a globe-trotting Deadpool movie.
That would be
with
awesome.
the funny Ryan Reynolds comedy, but
With
also
Cable.
great action. Yes.
Hopefully with Cable.
Yeah, Cable and Deadpool in a globe-trotting,
Like,
even time-traveling comedy. I think if they wanted to just go balls to the wall, throw a DeLorean in there.
oh. Ooh.
We have to go back to the future.
Deadpool rolls up on Cable. Yo, I found this ride, man.
That would be crazy.
Are we still
Yeah.
doing
Then you'd
video
have
games?
crazy theories going around that Deadpool killed Doc Brown.
With everything, there's a crazy theory.
You'll be scrolling YouTube just trying to find something to watch, and you'll have a thumbnail of Deadpool all bloody in a door, and it'll be saying, "Why Deadpool actually killed Doc Brown?"
Why it wasn't? Who killed him in the first movie again?
Who, Doc Brown?
Yeah,
He didn't die.
the Libyans.
Oh yeah, the Libyans. They come and kill him in the second movie.
No, that's the first one.
Is it the first one?
Pretty sure
Yeah,
shot
he
the first
rolls
one.
up and
Oh yeah, it is the first one.
And
yeah,
then Marty goes back in time. Tells him
Yeah.
to put on a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
and it would. You know what they do to screw up the movie in modern day?
What?
They'd be like, "What if Doc Brown pulls out 2 Desert Eagles instead and starts blasting?"
boy.
But I don't think that movie's getting
He goes,
rebooted
"Marty."
anytime.
No.
Marty, where I'm going, I don't need a bulletproof vest. I need 2 Desert Eagles, Marty.
Yeah. All right. Back to video game speak.
Video games.
Any other games?
Video games.
I'm replaying Batman Telltale.
Batman Telltale. I've played season 1. It's a fun game.
Season 2? Season
Better than
2?
season 1?
Way better. I love Season 1. Season 2, though, you're getting into some quality Batman.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe I
Okay.
should look into the Guardians of the Galaxy game like that.
They do have a Telltale.
I've thought about
that.
I've thought about looking into it. I want to play it. I don't know anything about it. I want to play it.
I've gotten
though.
back into Guardians recently.
Yeah.
Because I bought 2 records. That's the Awesome Mix Volume 1.
I think I saw that you bought those.
Yeah.
I've thought about
I
buying
got
those
the
so many
deluxe
times.
vinyl, which comes with the
movie
Awesome Mix
score.
Volume 1 and the movie score. And the discs are actually really cool because the Awesome Mix one is colored like the Ravagers. It's red in the middle is yellow. And then the other one is colored like the Milano. So it's yellow and blue.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I got a picture record a couple days later that has Star-Lord's face on it. And then all 5 of them are on the back. That's just Awesome Mix Volume 1.
you into records?
Yeah. I've bought like 3 records in the
They're
past
cool.
2 weeks.
I've tried to get into records.
I have a Walkman. I thought about buying the Awesome Mix
same.
Volume 1 and 2 for Walkman.
I thought about getting into records, but like my brother's into records, and so every
So
time
you're I will live vicariously through him.
yeah, kinda, because every time I see a record I want, I'm like, I think Keegan has that one. But I did buy him a record one day. It's Motley Crue Greatest Hits. It's like the special edition of it, so the record is red.
Ooh.
It's super cool looking.
Motley Crue!
Oh, my mom is actually the one who does all the record stuff.
That's cool.
Like, she's got
Oh, by the
record
way,
player is hers.
birthday shout out to Brandon's mom today.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday, Brandon's
That kind of
mom.
ties back to video games because you'll never guess who's been playing video games all day.
Your mom?
Your mom?
Yes, my mom. She's
your
been,
mom been
playing
playing?
Final Fantasy VII
Your
remake.
mom.
She's been playing the Final Fantasy VII remake all day. That was the plan for her birthday. Was just to everybody back off and let her play the video game.
I mean,
That's how I'm going to be one day.
Yeah.
I have kids.
Don't
I'm like, you guys
bother
leave me
me.
alone.
I'm playing Batman Telltale Season 7.
Final Fantasy
Hey,
VII.
Telltale is back in business, and there are rumors
Some
of
company
season
bought
3.
them out.
Yeah, they got bought out. There's rumors of season 3,
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
I'll be hyped. I would be just as hyped for Batman Telltale season 3 as I was for Arkham Knight. That's how good Batman Telltale is.
Okay. I see. I've only played. I have Season 2, but these ridiculous downloads.
I know.
Specifically, Modern Warfare 2019. I have played that game so much. I love that game. It is the best Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
Huh.
And that is the first Call of Duty I ever owned on disc. Call of Duty Modern Warfare reboots the original Modern Warfare series.
In a good way.
In a good way. In that it's similar, but different enough.
So like Doom.
Pretty much.
Doom 2016, which
they took
isn't really a reboot.
What the original 3 Modern Warfare games were very much... the first Modern Warfare was like an action movie. The second and third Modern Warfare were over-the-top action movies.
Nice.
In the multiplayer, that's where the whole dude bro, dank Call of Duty player stuff comes from.
Yeah.
Specifically Modern Warfare 2. But now...
Make me on Rust!
Yeah. They
brought back Rust.
They brought back Rust, and that was very cool to play on. But it's a lot more fun, and they have a battle royale, in my opinion, the best battle royale out there.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. No question.
No question.
And that is... It's just a lot of fun to play with friends. Or alone, if you're just like, I'm a level up some stuff. And yeah, Modern Warfare 2019. It's actually the most played Call of Duty, and that is a big part to Warzone, their battle royale, because that's free. But make sure you have space, because Warzone is what? How many gigabytes now?
I don't even want to know.
It was 99 gigabytes when I downloaded it.
Jeez. Wow.
And to gauge that, Fallen Order is only 38.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to delete a game to download Fallen Order, and I was fairly upset.
I can't remember how big Final Fantasy was.
Me too. I don't know what game I uninstalled.
I don't know. This Final Fantasy VII Remake.
How big is it?
It's only the first third of the game.
What?
This first disc. The original Final Fantasy VII was split into 2 discs.
Oh.
And this new remake is split into 3 discs.
Ah.
Yeah.
I've never played a multiple disc video game.
Well, it's interesting.
Battlefield.
No, like you have to switch discs to play.
Yeah, like the original Final Fantasy, once you played through the first disc, you had to take it out and then put it in the
That's
disc.
crazy.
The only game that I've heard of like that was the Rockstar game L.A. Noire.
Couldn't get into that game, but I had a friend when it came out that was really into it.
I think I know him
But I
too.
think when the Final Fantasy VII Remake is completely all out, all 3 discs, it's supposed to be like 90 hours of gameplay.
That's insane.
Because each
How
disc...
much Fallen Order is 25 hours?
It's around like 25, but I know it didn't take me 25 hours to do
I think it's 25 in total.
Probably 100%ing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got
each
89%
disc for
of
Final
my first
Fantasy
save.
is supposed to be about 30 hours of gameplay.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And I bought Mortal Kombat 11 today. The Aftermath collection.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How is Mortal Kombat 11?
I haven't played it yet.
The last fighting game I bought was Injustice 2, and well...
But the main reason I bought it was because
It was a
they
good investment.
had a reveal trailer for their Aftermath downloadable content stuff. And at the very end of it, they revealed they're adding RoboCop to the game. And
They already have Terminator, don't
yeah, they have the Terminator, but
They have Spawn.
my brother is a massive RoboCop fan for like no reason. So that's why I bought the game.
He's just like, RoboCop, that cool.
RoboCop. Yeah.
Alright. That all the video games everyone been playing? Cal,
think
you
so.
playing
Yeah,
any video
yeah.
games?
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next section, I have a question.
What's up?
Is there a bathroom here?
Yes.
Yes, there's a bathroom here. Would you like to take a break?
Yes.
Alright. We'll be right back. Hello, we're back after bathroom break.
And we're back.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is that your radio voice?
Maybe.
I don't know. I have two. I have
Let's-
sullen and sad, and I have happy.
Let's try it again. Welcome back.
There you go. That's impressive.
What?
Welcome back.
Oh.
Gail, you want to shout at this? You want to be a radio man?
No, I'm too nervous.
Okay. All right.
I get nervous when I pee.
All right. Time for the next segment. We were supposed to intro the guest, but I think we've already got a good enough introduction. Kael McCall from Studio24, a good friend of mine, listener of the show, friend of the show.
Yes.
let's talk. This is the
Let's
guest
talk.
segment.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Sit me down on the couch.
All right.
We don't have a couch.
Oh.
We have that chair right there.
I'm sitting right here. I'm good.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So, Studio24 is a YouTube channel.
It is.
What is the what type of stuff does Studio24 do? I know they've dabbled in other things. I might, maybe just have some insight into it.
Maybe.
Just a little.
Studio24. Well, we've dabbled into a lot. We've dabbled into what we like to call prank videos and game videos, but our primary thing we like to make is short films, and then upload behind the scenes for our short films and give updates and release our trailers there. Not that we are never going to do the other stuff again. We probably won't ever make another gaming video.
Probably not. No.
I mean, if we go to like Comic-Con and stuff, I don't mind vlogging. I think that stuff is kind of fun.
That is fun stuff to vlog.
Our main thing that we make is short films. We just did a film festival and made a film called The Corn Job. It's a comedy about two farmhands that get fed up with their boss and decide to kill him.
Yes, sir.
How did you guys do on that?
We still don't know.
The film festival has been rescheduled to September 17th or September 19th.
One of those days.
One of those 2 days.
One of these days.
We have to take the 3-hour trek to Clarksville.
One of these days, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so that's Studio24. So would you say you're a almost like a film production YouTube channel?
I mean,
almost like a film studio, perhaps.
Yeah.
That you can't put it in a theater, so you put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's exactly what we are. I don't know if I would say that we've earned that title yet, because we've only made...
That's what maybe yearning to
Yeah, because right now there's only one film. Since we've learned about filmmaking, there's only... we've learned a lot and then got all of our equipment and stuff, we've only got one like official film that I would like claim as a film.
And then
on the channel.
The other stuff is more like skits.
Yeah,
skits.
And then
fair enough.
And we're working on a big film right now, Batman Red Vengeance.
Batman Red Vengeance. Now, before we get to that, Batman. You are Batman, but you are also Otis.
Yeah. I mean...
Who's Otis?
He's from The Corn Job.
Oh, okay.
Long hair, likes NASCAR.
I thought you were thinking... Never mind.
He was named after Back to the Barnyard Cow, I'm
Otis. But, yeah, I mean, I like acting. I like acting a lot. I think... As much as I love acting, I think directing is like my passion. But I mean, acting's fun. I feel like I can fit into a multitude of characters because like I can go on little crazy tangents when I'm around you guys and stuff.
You can be crazy.
I think it was Dalton. Cool. I think it was Dalton that was like, and he's like basically one of the co-founders of Studio24. He's like, man, if we could just get something like that on film, get you acting like that. And then that's kind of where The Corn Job came in. We decided that me and Ham would have really good chemistry in a comedy together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then,
he's flattered.
I am. I'm blushing over here. You can't see it. I'm blushing, man.
And then the casting for Batman is just like, who's big and slightly buff and can play Batman, and that was me. So
he's Batman.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm doing a great job. I'm not saying I'm doing a terrible job. That's not really for me to decide in my eyes. But I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Batman Red Vengeance has been a trip, and recently we filmed, and I've gotten to take on the role of Penguin, which is really fun.
I cannot wait for people to see that.
I held the lights.
Brandon has held the lights on basically half the film. Brandon has held the lights.
I would say more than half, almost. Brandon's been there. He's been our guy.
But the progression I've seen over the almost a year that we've taken to film.
In late June, Batman Red Vengeance will be in production, not pre-production, in production for an entire year. And that makes me very angry. It gives me a big headache, but we're learning. A
lot of things have changed throughout, too.
We're learning a lot. I mean,
we've gone through setbacks.
We've gone through a lot of setbacks. On the first day of production, when filming was supposed to start, our cast as Robin dropped. And so it took us probably another 2 weeks to get some... I mean, no, we had somebody in the role the next day, but it took us 2 weeks to get going again, because that was just kind of a... Oh crap! It was a shocking moment.
I know what that feels like.
We'd been sitting on this guy for 2 or 3 months now, and
when it came time to pony up, there was no ponying up.
Right, there was no pony at all. It's like, well, we got no one. So then
where's the pony?
There's just been a lot of frustration like that. Like all of us have jobs, so getting together.
And then college started.
And then college. It was all of our first years in college.
But it's also like this is. We started on this before we even made The Corn Job.
Yeah,
and The Corn Job is almost like our first official film.
But we were almost halfway through Batman when we made The Corn Job.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just the film festival called on us at the time, and we answered the call.
I mean...
Destiny has made our bed, and it is our duty
we're just
to lay
a
in
bunch of nearly broke... people wanting to make a Batman film.
Right. And
so it's going to take a little bit.
The biggest debuff on our Batman film is budget, because I feel like we have a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. We have so much talent. Between me and Dalton directing together, Dalton doing the cinematography, Dalton playing the Joker.
Oh, Joker.
There's no one else I would pick to play the Joker. Ham's Penguin is phenomenal. Tyler Shannon playing the Riddler is like almost textbook. Like,
I can recreate Moonlight.
Brandon does recreate Moonlight fairly decent. But
I don't think I'm there for that.
But Tyler, like all the casting, I feel like the casting for me is decent. Case playing Red Hood and Robin is really good.
Yeah.
Like, we have so much talent. The only thing that kicks us in the butt every time is budget. But low budget filmmaking is where you start. I mean,
yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be great to get this out there. And I think, if it's received well, that's going to be amazing.
If it's received well, I'll be very, very happy. If it's not received well, I'm still going to be very, very happy just because of how much we've learned.
I think it'll be great. Either way.
I think it'll be 50-50.
I think there will be parts that people are like, me.
There are going to be parts that people kind of are like, that could have been done better. And there are going to be parts where like, that could have been done a lot better. But there are going to be parts.
There are going to be shining moments.
There are going to be very, very shining moments. The rooftop scene is great. The dialogue on the rooftop scene, I can't wait to get that stuff out there.
I think my scene is Penguin, not to self-brag or anything, but everybody who showed up to be a thug dressed great.
They dressed great.
We were in formation great.
Kate did great on your makeup.
Yeah.
The chemistry in that scene was there. And there's been a lot of really good chemistry throughout this film.
Yeah.
I think a help with that is we all just kind of, right before we all go on set, we just kind of all BS with each other. Yeah,
well, we're waiting on people to get there. We try to make set fun. Because if we've got people that,
are miserable.
Yeah, if we've got people that are miserable, they're never going to want to help again. Mm-hmm. We're not doing anything for these people to help. They just, we ask them and they volunteer their time to come help, and that's freaking awesome. I'm so appreciative of that. So, yeah. I just try to make it a fun environment. I get up in Dalton's butt sometimes, but that's all love.
Just make movie.
Just make movie.
I
remember the alleyway scene.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorites so far.
Yeah, the alleyway scene was fun.
The footage for that's amazing.
There was one shot I saw Dalton get that it looked exactly like Batman Begins.
I think I know what shot
the lighting in that
It looks
area
exactly
of town
like Batman Begins.
I think
like
I
the
know
lighting of
exactly
Batman
what
Begins.
scene you're talking about because I think I have a picture from
He
it.
looks awesome.
Yeah, the alleyway scene is one of my favorites. The drug deal scene is one of my favorites.
That was fun. That was a fun
I
scene.
think I was actually in that one.
Yes, you were.
You were.
Yeah.
Was I good in that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Everybody in that was good.
You did your job.
Okay, good.
But yeah, Batman Red Vengeance, it's been a trip. It's been fun. It's been frustrating. But Studio24 as a whole has grown.
Uh-huh.
And I'm proud of everybody for doing what it takes to learn and doing what it takes to grow as filmmakers and actors. I'm going to be really proud of it when it's done.
Me too. It's going to be like if people don't like it, I'm going to be like, you don't know what happened behind the scenes to get this made.
Right.
You're missing out, dog.
You're missing out. Like,
dog.
And I think in the fan film environment, it's going to do really good.
I think so too.
For the people kind of like
the thing. I think we have a good story, and I only think that there will be a few scenes that people will be like, that could have been done better. But I think in the fan film environment, the benefit of the doubt will be given.
Exactly, because the people like me that have a passion for film, have a passion for superheroes, I go around looking at fan films all the time just to see what people are making, to see these different stories, because with a fan film, you can do whatever you want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the people like me that are going around, I would love, if I stumbled upon Red Vengeance, I would love it. I might be a little biased.
That's it. Maybe a little
But
I
would
might be a little biased.
I would at least like it.
Yeah, I think
Because of the true Batman moments, the gritty Batman moments.
there are moments from multiple comic books put in this.
There really are. Like Brandon said, even movies, you've got Batman Begins, you've got Batman Under the Red Hood, you've got...
That's a big influence.
Death in the Family.
Death in the Family.
I wonder why it's called Red Vengeance.
Ah,
That's interesting.
But, I took from a lot. I tried to... I was reading... when we were writing it, I was reading...
You read Under the Red Hood?
Well, I did read Under the Red Hood, but I was also reading Batman Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading Detective Comics Rebirth, New 52 Batman. So there's a lot of influence thrown out. Because my suit that I wear in the film is almost ripped straight out of the New 52.
Yeah.
yeah.
Same symbol and
close.
everything.
And one of the things I love about this film is, with low budget, we've done great with costumes.
We have done great with costumes. The Penguin costume, hands down my favorite in the film.
I haven't seen your penguin costume.
Oh, we'll have
if
to
you have
see.
any pictures, show them afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Red Hood costume I really like. The Riddler costume is awesome.
That's a great one.
Those are my top three for sure.
Their staff
The
broke.
Joker costume is pretty freaking awesome. It's ripped straight out of Arkham Asylum, and for the final scene that we haven't filmed yet, it's going to be a different variation of it. The Robin suit's really cool.
The Robin suit is one of the biggest transformations I've ever seen. So, if you don't mind, can I tell the backstory of this Robin suit?
Yeah.
So, the Robin suit. Let's talk about the Robin suit.
Oh boy.
Once upon a time in Studio 24, we've always been trying to make a Batman fan film.
I bought the gauntlets that I wear and the majority of the suit I bought, and the mask too.
You
the
bought
and
for
gauntlets
Batman
I bought
and Robin?
in 8th grade.
It's been a while.
I'll turn 19 in August.
Jeez. Yeah, you did. That's when we first started wanting to make a fan film.
Mm-hmm.
Back then it was
Bounty of the Bat.
It was Bounty of the Bat.
That.
It was a
You know about this. I told you in
It
the car.
was basically
and
Batman.
we laughed at it.
It was basically Batman
It was
missing.
a Titans film, though.
It was Batman was missing. Deathstroke had a contract
On
on
the
Batman.
Oh, no.
He had on Batman, but he also gets contracts on the Teen Titans because he thinks that killing Robin will bring out Batman. And so basically the film is about Deathstroke hunting down the Titans.
And then Joker ends up in there. And I remember going back over this, the ridiculousness of Joker taking down Starfire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
And then there was Batman and Robin.
There was a couple variations of that.
There were a bunch of it. There was one that was Batman and Dick Grayson Robin again versus Bane. There was
and
one.
Wasn't Bane breaking into houses?
He was breaking into houses. And
we were all up in arms. We were like, why is he casing houses? He's Bane. And Kel's like, he needs money. And I'm like, okay.
Then there was there a different variation of Batman and Robin?
I think we changed the case. It was always Bane that you were going up against.
Yeah.
But we changed the robbing houses thing to something else.
Who cares?
Who cares? We made
But
a
the Robin,
thing.
you were talking about the Robin suit?
Yeah. That suit was ordered for Batman and Robin or Bounty the Bat?
It was ordered for Batman and Robin. For Garrett to wear in a Dick Grayson Robin.
Dick Grayson Robin. Yeah. We ordered it for him. It's the Young Justice Dick Grayson suit from season 1. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert, Garrett never played Robin. Never. The suit was then dug out of deep storage, aka under a pile of clothes. At Garrett's house. And then the R fell off.
And so I learned this trick from John Hay on YouTube. So what you do is you cut the top off of a
soda can.
I wrapped it in black electrical tape, took a piece of cardstock, painted it yellow. You then glue the R, or you cut it into an R, you paint it yellow, you then glue the R onto the electrical tape soda can lid, and you stick it on the suit.
Best damn R I've ever seen.
There's one on the suit, and then there's one on the belt.
They both look good, in my opinion.
I was proud of that one.
Especially because there was no R there, and then we got like an R, and it's not just on the suit. What?
There was no R, and then there was R.
Right.
And then it's not just like on the suit. It
sticks out. Yeah.
It gives texture to the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And that suit was then repurposed for Big Case. Who plays Jason Todd Robin, and honestly, that suit fits a Jason Todd Robin more.
It does. The only thing about it that doesn't fit Jason Todd more is the yellow on the inside. I feel like that's kind of a Dick Grayson staple.
Yeah.
But
it can just be a Robin thing.
Right. But yeah, Case gets to play Robin in the flashback sequences and then Red Hood in present day.
Speaking of flashback sequences, it's a good, not just a good move, to me, maybe even a bold move, that you had 2 Batman suits, which there's not a lot that changes, but...
The symbol does change. The bat suits is an idea that I had. This is kind of funny. It's an idea that I had because I got this freshman year too. I got this like you're supposed to iron it on yellow and black Batman logo, but I was kind of like, I want a black and gray suit. So I'm never going to use this, but whatever, it can sit in my room. And then I got to thinking, because the suit that I'd ordered for the bat suit had started to rip a little bit in the back, and I was like, if I'm going to put this suit together, and I got an expensive, like a $50 Batman emblem, the black one, to put on a suit, and I was like, if I'm going to put this suit together, I don't want to glue this nice expensive emblem onto a suit that's ripping. And so I ordered a new gray suit to put the black emblem on, and I took that old yellow and black symbol and I put it on the old suit, and I was like, since there are not many flashback sequences, Batman could wear this in the flashback just to give a little bit of distinction, and I love it.
I think it's a good. It's
that's
really
good.
cool because he's got the yellow symbol to draw attention to his chest from Robin, kind of, even though Robin's very bright and colorful.
It also shows things have changed.
It also shows things have changed. And another reason I wanted him to be all gray and black is because it's a darker tone. The present day Bruce's mind is in a darker tone, you know?
Yeah, he's kind of like, Robin's dead.
Robin's dead. He still lives in Gotham, which is essentially a shithole.
Yeah.
He's tracking down the Riddler just to fight tomorrow's villain.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted it to be gray and black. I didn't want
and then
any
you get
yellow
a pop of color when Nightwing comes in. Pop.
Right.
And the Nightwing outfit worked out a lot better
Nightwing
than
outfit looks
originally thought.
See, I don't love the Nightwing outfit.
I don't like the back.
I don't like the back. I don't really like it at all. But it's low budget.
Fair enough. The aspects I like about it are the blue color. The front is okay. I don't like the gloves. I don't like the symbol. Good. The symbol could be better.
But yeah, the Nightwing suit Garrett ordered. It wasn't I made the bat suit. Mm-hmm. We made the Red Hood suit, but we just threw some stuff together and it looked cool.
I mean, the Red Hood suit can be considered made because you're just throwing together clothes.
Mm-hmm. And then we made the Penguin suit. We made the Riddler suit. The Nightwing suit and the Joker suit are the two that we ordered.
And the Robin suit.
And the Robin suit, but I had to fix it.
We remade it.
Yeah.
We brought it back to life.
And then for the variation of the Joker suit, we're going to kind of get to make that too. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
But the Eskrima sticks.
I did make the Eskrima sticks.
That's the best part about the Nightwing.
I did make the Eskrima sticks out of PVC pipe. And I made the Riddler cane as well out of the same stuff.
Until it broke.
But I mean, it works for the scene.
Didn't it break right after you finished the Riddler stuff?
Yeah, I think it broke in the shot. He's supposed to throw it down and it breaks. The original script has it to where he's still carrying it around after that. But we're like, it's broken. He threw it down, whatever. Keep rolling.
Roll with it, because we're not putting this back together.
I wasn't putting it back together.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So, now what?
Now what?
How far through... Wait, how do I word this? How much filming do you think is left?
I think in total...
We gotta finish the flashback
flashback penguin scene. There's a present day...
penguin scene.
I hate talking about all this. Spoiler alert for Batman Red Vengeance.
There's a present day scene and then the finale.
So you got the past,
and then a couple of other shots.
Yeah, there are a couple other shots. There's
hero shots.
There's like a percentage.
There's the Dick Grayson phone call too.
I'm just going to label them.
There's a few shots. There's a phone call. There's a present day scene. There's the final scene, which is also in present day.
Then the big finale.
Yes, then the big finale, and that's it.
It sounds like 75% of the way done.
We're definitely 75% of the way done.
We're in third act territory, honestly.
We are in third act territory.
Nice. That sounds, as your hat says.
Keck. That's what it is. Filmmaking. What are some of your favorite things about filmmaking in general? You're a film major at Middle Tennessee State University.
I'm a film major at MTSU. Filmmaking. So this is going to be forever my all-time film story. I think film is totally a team game.
You couldn't make one without.
And coming from a sports and baseball background, I love teams, so
team.
And you make a lot of friends doing it. So Tyler in our original little films, now I just kind of label them as skits. Steve and Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Steve and Bill.
We have found out this kid at school named Tyler. None of us were really friends with him. And we had found out he had a YouTube channel. It was like, oh, maybe he'd want to like make videos and stuff together. And so I kind of started talking to him. We became friends.
Mans is hilarious.
Dude's hilarious. And so, but like it was just kind of one of those things where I went out of my way to kind of talk to him. And I called him by his YouTube name that day, and he just kind of gave me this crazy look like, holy crap, somebody knows. And he was like kind of embarrassed. We just kind of started talking. And then he ended up playing the lead villain in Stephen Bill Turkey Nap.
A.K.A. himself.
Kind of himself.
Well, not himself in real life, but we used our real names in that series.
Right. And then
Stephen Bill.
And then he ended up playing the Riddler, and now we're all pretty good friends with him. So, like, you make friends, but, well, I mean, my favorite thing is directing. I feel like I'm pretty good at putting everything together. I'm pretty good at, like, taking lead of situations, so that's kind of been my thing in filmmaking.
Is the team aspect?
Yeah. I mean, I like acting. I like being somebody else for a little bit.
To me, acting is probably second to storytelling.
I love storytelling, too, yeah.
My favorite
I'm
part?
getting into that.
There you
Getting into
go.
storytelling.
Story.
I just need people to play Dungeons and Dragons with. That's all I need.
I'll play, so.
Epic.
I like that first time we did it, and
Yeah.
if we can ever get a Star Wars thing together, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
I've never played.
I think you would like it.
I'll have to give it a try sometime.
We'll play the Star Wars version with him,
Oh.
because that'll draw him in a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, that would probably draw me in a whole lot more.
Yeah. The
'Cause-
Star Wars one is really cool because it's not restricted by classes like Dungeons and Dragons is.
Mhm.
You can literally just make whatever you want. As long as it makes logical sense within the universe.
Right.
I'm thinking about the character I tried to create.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be a smuggler, Jedi, bounty hunter. I got
Jeez.
ridiculous. And Dalton made a Gungan bounty hunter.
Yeah, that was funny.
But, my second favorite thing to directing is definitely acting, though, just because, like, being not me is fun. Getting to be somebody else for an entire day or for the extent of a series or just a film is extremely fun.
Playing Penguin was fun because, and Georgie from Corn Job. Georgie from Corn Job was fun because it was just fun to put on a backwater country accent.
Yeah,
and just say the most random shit. And
Otis
listen to
was
country
fun.
music.
Otis was fun because me and Ham goof off all the time, but being able to do it in a specific character on camera was next level fun.
Yeah. And then just the behind the scenes of when the camera got turned off, we did not drop the accents for 2 days.
I mean, yeah, we didn't drop the accents for a long time. We hardly dropped character for the next week.
Yeah. And then, like, just...
And getting to see Dalton play such a weirdo was so fun.
Oh, God.
Because he is the weirdo. Like, as much as I love him, he stands out. And it's so funny. I get to see him play the Joker. It's so cool to me to see where people can go.
Yeah. Playing Georgie was fun because of the whole goofing off bit, but playing Penguin is fun is because he's just mean and also a bit of a pimp.
I feel like, tell me if I'm right or wrong. So when you're walking up with the group of thugs and when you're
That's
commanding,
like my entourage.
when you're commanding people around and stuff, did you not feel a little bit of power?
It's not that. It's just, I don't know. I was just like, I need to inhabit what is going on in the scene. And to me, I was like, what is Penguin right now? He's a leader.
He's a gang boss.
He's a gang boss. So I just had to exhibit that. So, just walk around like you're hot shit and smoke your cigar. And that was one of the funnest parts about it. Smoking a cigar.
So
That was pretty fun.
When I play Batman, it's like I can't method act at all because I'm also the director. So I've got to, in shots I'm not in, I've got to help set up the lights. I've got to make sure all the actors know what they're doing. I've got to convey the emotion to the actors of what I want them to convey.
Mm-hmm.
But when I put on the cowl and it's time for me to do the scene, I
feel like a badass.
I feel like a badass one because my gauntlets could actually tear somebody up.
Yeah.
But
They're a bit of us. The union would shut this production down.
But and then just having the mask on, being able to see the mask like through my eyes, like being able to see the outskirts of the eye holes, makes me feel like Batman.
You're dressed up as Batman, but not only are you just like dressed up at Batman in a public like convention center type area.
I've actually got to be Batman for the scene, and it's fun. It's really fun.
Get to it's almost like being an adult and getting to play as a child.
It is.
You get to play pretend again, like you always want.
That's exactly what it is. It's like being a kid.
Exactly.
It's like rolling down the street in your Batmobile.
Right.
You guys, we gotta play some kind of role-playing game. We gotta do it.
Star Wars,
Dungeons & Dragons. I don't freaking care.
So Studio24 is obviously right now. You said we've got one official film that you count. And we'll also be doing like behind the scenes and all that fun type.
We've got a lot of stuff on the back burner though.
We do.
After Batman, I can't say there's going to be much of a break. I know I want to give everybody a break just because Batman's very
give them a week.
I mean that's kind of where I'm at. But I'm writing a script right now for a film that stars me and him again.
I think the thing is the next films, or at least the next like ones we make won't be as high effort or budget as Batman.
Well, it's always going to be high effort.
Always got to be high effort.
It's always going to be high effort, but it won't be as demanding. It won't be as demanding. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. It won't be like...
That makes sense.
The next film I make is...
We got to get this right.
The next film I make, I'm going to be acting and directing again, but on the thing that changes here is I'm going to be the only director and I'm going to be the only writer. And so this is obviously a Studio 24 production, but this is where everyone's going to kind of get to see what a Kael McCall film is.
Mm-hmm. It's not like... Because Batman is kind of... You and Dalton directed. You and Dalton wrote the script.
You and Garrett pitched ideas and helped, so you guys are definitely going to have co-writing credits.
More like creative consultant.
Yeah, something like that.
I actually went in and changed some dialogue.
Yeah, him changed some dialogue. There was a lot of help that went into Batman.
And then even while we've been filming, we've added and taken away scenes.
Exactly. And for what I'm calling it right now is The Colors of Creativity. That's the film that I'm writing. I've put the story together and I've thrown ideas at people and just to see how they bounce off. Mm-hmm. And everyone's kind of liked it. I haven't really got any negative input from everyone that I've given it to. So that's one that I'm extremely excited about.
Just go with your gut.
Right.
Write your film and then look over it 2 more times.
Right. And then Dalton's working on writing a series. You're working on writing a bunch of different stuff. You've got ideas.
I've got homework that I need to start. Beginning, actually, probably tomorrow.
But, I mean, Batman's kind of consumed me here lately. I've probably like halfway done writing this film that I'm working on. But here lately, Batman has consumed every... It's
because we've started production back up after...
Yeah, we did have to postpone some production... But now that we've started back up, it's
almost like hitting the ground running. Mm-hmm. Especially with this last shoot. I'm going to be very honest right now. I was so proud of everybody.
Dude, I was proud of everybody. There's a scene where, I don't mind talking about this. There's a scene where Penguin and his men are like hyping themselves up. And what we wanted everybody to do was like, give a yeah, and like kind of like they're cheering on themselves and Penguin, and everybody brought so much energy to the table. I was proud of everybody.
It was a very, I guess, surreal moment when that just kind of... Because I didn't scream. I was just kind of... I sit there and I give out a puff and I hold out my arms like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the life. You know? And everybody else is screaming like I'm their pirate captain or something.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It was a surreal experience to watch. I don't know how Dalton held the camera because like my mouth just dropped open.
And I think that was a one take.
It
Nice.
was a one take.
We got a couple one takes. And I was proud.
Yeah.
But
It's hard to come by.
I actually do want to reshoot like one or two of those scenes because of continuity.
Yeah, and we're just always very time restricted, budget restricted.
Yeah, you know, people have jobs, having to get up early. That sucks, especially if like, you know, sometimes your job, you're like, oh, I got a free weekend, and then they're like, no, you don't. That stinks. But we're back in it, and all we're doing right now is kind of looking for our next film date, and I'm glad it's restarted production because it's very reinvigorating to get back into things.
It is, and we just keep running into setbacks. We found out that we can't finish that scene this weekend, so me and Dalton are looking for something to film this weekend.
You get that? There's always other things to look at.
There's always stuff to do until we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like
until you're basically picture locked.
Right, me and Dalton are researching right now into how could we get just a shot of the Batmobile in the film.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're able to do that, I'm going to be off the wall.
That would be really epic.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about Batman, we've talked about Studio24, so this is a question about, I guess, the future of Studio24.
Mm-hmm.
Studio24, what does it mean to you, and what is the future that you would like to see it?
So, I feel like the meaning of Studio24 to me, and then, I mean, no matter how big, if we could be the biggest production company in the world one day, and the meaning of it to outsiders, like people that don't work with us, and then people that do, is a total different meaning. And when you take a look at it, like who is in Studio24? Well, the main group, like the founders, I like to call it. There's 5 of us. There's me. There's Dalton Sherrill. There's you, Jackson Ham. There's Jackson Grubbs, and there's Garrett Farah. Those were the original 5, but over time, we've worked with so many people.
Accrued people who have given significance.
There's like extended Studio24,
Mm-hmm.
and while they may not hold the creative control that we will always kind of have,
Mm-hmm.
just because we're the core founders, they still, like Brandon, I would say he's an extended member. If he came to me with a really good pitch for a film, Studio24 would make it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Tyler,
Case. All the people that we've worked with a lot. Kate has been coming whenever we need her to do makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just have so many.
Almost everyone who's given a significant amount of time.
Rob came out the other night for the first time and was not only a thug, but he was moving lights and he wants to help us more. So like, there's so many people. But to me, Studio24 is kind of like a family. Like I've got my best friends in the world making films with me, along as people who aren't as invested but come to help us do what we dream to do. So on the inside, it's like a family, but on the outside, it's a production company. And in the future, I would like to make feature films. And
love to see something in possibly
TV.
like a theater.
Right,
with
TV
the
series.
Studio with maybe not what this logo is right now, but a new
but
logo.
the name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think here lately in the past year, we've taken a big step in the right direction. We've got a lot more big steps to take with Studio24, but
and I think with some of the projects we have on the back burner will help us.
I think it'll help us a lot. I know that people are getting short films and stuff on Amazon Prime.
Mhm.
So my next film, one of my goals is to get it on Prime, see where that goes. As well as we'll probably put all of our stuff on YouTube until we're like licensed and can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
but,
until it's like, yeah, that's not legal.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's what Studio24 is, basically.
That's good to hear. All right. I guess that's it for today's episode.
All right.
Just a few messages. I guess at the end here. It's good to be back. I've missed doing this.
Me too.
Well, before you close it off, I just want to say thank you to both of you for having me on. I'd love to come on again one day.
Oh yeah, you're our first guest, so you can come on as much as you want.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on too.
No,
it
you're
was
welcome.
good to talk about just everything we've talked about. I've had a good time. It's good to be back. I guess with being back, we're gonna have a few new changes, like the intro. We've got a new intro, and I hope people like it. The sign off will stay the same because I want that to stay the same.
It'll
Brandon?
stay the same because Ham wants it to.
Yes, sir.
What?
Do you have any messages? Happy birthday, Mom, or anything?
Happy birthday, Mom. Is that it?
That all you got to say?
I guess that's all I've got.
All right. This week, well, not this week.
We gonna be back next week?
We're gonna be back next week,
Epic.
and either next week or the episode after, we are finally going to do one of the things we promised: repitching the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh boy.
May or may not have a guest on it. I'll figure that out in the next week.
Figure it out. Oh boy.
I'd love to have it done next week, but next week we may just have another guest on. But if not next week, the week after for sure. I'm locking that in.
Okie doke.
So Brandon, I know you don't have like a full script to type out or anything, or like you're more like maybe just notes on a phone.
Probably.
Get that done
I haven't
anytime.
put,
I gotta work on like not a script, but like story notes and stuff. Because I've got a lot of things working and moving. But yeah, that has been episode 6 of Two Dudes and a Podcast.
Episode 6?
Yeah.
This is our like Return of the Jedi or something.
I know. Oh shoot, it is. Two dudes and a guest. So whenever you're listening, good morning, good evening, good night, and goodbye for now.
And rip and tear until it is done.